Albertson College of Idaho is the oldest institution of higher education in the state of Idaho. We were founded in 1891. We provide a four-year curriculum for a group of very bright students who come to the institution for a variety of different majors, but primarily a foundation in terms of liberal arts.
The problem that we faced was fairly simple, but it was huge. We were using materials that were not effective and were not generating the numbers that we needed to meet the goals of the college. We have experienced as low as a 2% response rate with some of the more expensive marketing materials that we put together. The higher education world and industry is extremely competitive because we realized that we were competing with the big state schools with much larger budgets. We knew that we had to do something differently and something that was a lot more effective than what we had done before.
In the past, our recruiting efforts have been limited by the approach that we took, and that is you buy thousands of names from ACT and SAT, which is the normal process of finding out students who may look like your profile.
And you can be as selective as you want or as general as you want in the criteria that you select. We can choose the type of high school that they go to, or if they only want to go to out-of-state schools. You can be as specific as you want, but we weren't using that information. We did not have the mechanisms that we needed to work with. We were sending the same letter or the same brochure to hundreds of thousands of students across the country, and we did not customize it. We didn't mention their location, their year in school. It was very general.
When I was first checking out colleges and schools, it seemed like I didn't know how some of these schools got my information. I received tons and tons of material from schools all over the country. All the materials that they sent me were all basically the same. I mean, there was nothing different about them, and they really didn't know anything about me.
We were approached by Hewlett-Packard about this point when we realized, okay, this is a serious problem. We're spending a lot of money and we're not getting the results that we want, and we're not getting the results that our competitors are getting. We decided which variables were most influential in a student's decision. We put the data together. We sent the data file off to the printer, and it hit the mail. In a matter of 3 to 4 weeks, we knew what the results were and the effectiveness of these. When we personalized the front of the brochure, we included their first name printed right on the cover, but it also had a statement as to where they were in their college process. Also on the front page was a blurb about geography, so if they were from a distance, their message would be completely different than the students from our backyard. Inside you would have a couple different variables depending on how much information we had from them. Academic majors, specific information about their extracurricular interests, and then on the back it gave them the information about staff members that they would work with based on their geography.
And what variable data printing allowed us to really come to grips with was that we could differentiate our market in a way that we've never done before, and therefore connect to people in a way we've never done before, and attract not only more students, but better students.
When I received the mailing, my name was printed on it. I opened it up. It was specifically my interests. It was prepared for me instead of for the majority of people. It had the biology and the pre-med programs. Kind of like, wow, this is cool.
When we returned from Christmas break and we saw what we had, it was as if, you know, Santa had delivered a big, gigantic bag of inquiry cards responses. And as it turned out, we saw about an 18% response rate. I was absolutely thrilled and knew that this piece was going to mean big things for us.
We were surprised. To go from 2% to 18% was pretty significant for us. Variable data printing holds out really a very important way for us to begin to achieve our goal, and that is the expansion of our student body by 200 to 250 students over the next several years. So we're excited about this product and what it can mean for the college, and even enhancing more the kinds of things that we provide students into this community.